Okay, hi guys. I know I'm a little bit early. I'm trying to figure out to connect this to YouTube Studio. I just cannot get the hang of this, and it's driving me nuts. So I got so much going on that I won't have time to do anything until Wednesday. But then I'm gonna do some digging and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, because obviously I'm not doing it right. I don't get it. All I want to do is share screen. So I might have to pay Lips a visit and see, or watch some tutorials or something, because I'm kind of an idiot. Hello, Tennessee Truth. Glad to see you here. I'm not really starting yet. I was playing around seeing if I could bring up YouTube Studio on my tablet. But apparently I have no idea what I'm doing, so we'll just go with what we got here. So what's everybody been up to before I get started? Hope you guys can all hear me pretty good. Hi, Riggs. No. Right. Guest. Okay. Hi, Riggs. Good to see you. Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm a little calmer than I was when I scheduled this, because it's pretty wrought up. And actually, I'm still wrought up, but I've calmed down a little. So what I want to do here is address some of the lies and misinformation that are going around. And first, let's start with this. Did everybody see Faith on PG's channel? That troll? Or should we just ignore that? I don't think that has anything to do with summer, obviously. And I don't think a teenage crack addict who begs for money on air is going to fly over from Scotland to Tennessee to do something for summer. So it's a person whose given name was Josh Dale. Hi, Ishkabiddle. Was Josh Dale, and he had a not very good life, as far as I can see. And then at 15, he was on various platforms, Yubo, Discord. He went live on Discord doing crack and begging people for money. That was when he was 15. Then he had some abuse in the home, so he ran away and lived with his grandmother. So during that time, he legally changed his name to Faith Davidson and his gender to female. So, yeah, I didn't listen to what he had to say. I just kind of investigated her background, and it was pretty interesting, shall we say. Then allegedly his uncle raped his sister in front of in front of her. So then last year she was arrested for trying to stab her uncle with a screwdriver. Didn't actually penetrate his clothes or injure him, and he got the screwdriver away from her. And then she got pretrial diversion I'm not sure what it's called there in Scotland, but because they said she was amenable to treatment program. I don't really see that because I've looked at the videos and they're pretty bad. And she's been permanently banned from several platforms. A lot of her friends also accounts were permanently banned. It's pretty sad. Hi, Flies on the Cold Saw. Hi, Tree Tree. Yeah, so I think it's kind of a, other than being a sick troll thing, but, who doesn't have sick trolls? Usually you don't bring them up on your panel. I mean, there's a lot of totally disgusting things like that happening in back chats when I've been on other people's panels. And you just don't talk about it. You just ignore it. Why give the trolls the attention? So that's what I think about that. Hey, Lips. How you doing? You're going to have to show me how to do the share screen. Oh, I know, Tennessee Truth, you tried to tell me, but I don't even have that. I can't connect StreamYard to the YouTube studio. I can't somehow get them to connect up. So I have literally no controls over anything while I'm online. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I never claimed to know it all. Okay, so what else was I going to talk about? Okay, let's talk about Candace and her alleged abuse of a child. And I did post some records. That is absolutely not true. That original mock-up list there came from JLR. And that was debunked like a year or two ago by server creators. Candace was arrested for, possession. And now I can't look at my notes because I'm using my phone. And domestic assault, was it? But nothing to do with children. I mean, she was 8.5 months pregnant at the time. So I'm sure she now, from people that knew her and Andrew, said that was a volatile relationship, very abusive. However, she said Candace was the main abuser in that relationship. And Candace does have, several arrests for battery, domestic violence, and on and on. So I kind of do believe that. I think Candace can hold her own, basically. Hey, Alessia. No, I can't. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to get my laptop. My internet router doesn't work, so I'm totally going on Verizon. I don't know. I'm a whole ass mess. That's all I can say. Okay, so Candace did not assault her kids. And I'm going to get into that in my next little segment here, too. But that's not the code for assaulting a child. Wisconsin has a totally different intentional harming of a child code. You have to look at the codes of what's charged. And hers have nothing to do with a child. Do you really think that if she beat up one of her kids that they let him stay there and then let her have another one? And, that didn't happen. I'm sorry. So, and there wasn't any, nobody's ever been able to show any court records or anything that she was ever charged with abuse of a child. So, her oldest son, kind of want to not mention his name too much, but I think most people know it, was not beaten with a bat. He was never institutionalized. He's not permanently disabled. He has a job. He's always lived at home. Hey, brown girl. I've got pictures of him growing up, in the house. It's sad that he and Candace Jean, in their adoptive home, got put back in the foster care system. And I think it's interesting that the kids, several of the kids that they had adopted, don't have any contact with them either. But Andy does contact. He stays in contact with his dad, with his adoptive dad, and they do things together, fish and stuff. So, yes, Alessia, attempted murder. Yes, you'd think, wouldn't you? You think beating a little baby with a bat would hurt them, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand. People want to believe sensation. I had someone tell me to stop because no one cares about the facts. They don't want to know the truth. And in this last week, I've almost felt like that's true. I felt like giving up because people don't want to know. Here's the person that gave the live about Candace with the child abuse charges. And he said, I know. We We talked to a person close to the family. We said we'd never, tell who they were, but we just know that that's the truth. Well, when's the last time that's worked for me? Hello? Yeah, I get away with that all the time. But yeah, everybody's like, oh yeah, that's the truth. No, it's not. And I can even prove it's not the truth. But people like to believe the worst. And I know, Leslie, you kind of were upset with me earlier. I try to provide totally unbiased information here. That's maybe my legal training. I did read someone that wasn't critical of me, but did say that I leave emotion out of it. And I try to. It's not that I don't have emotion, but when you're thinking of legal or criminal situations, emotion doesn't figure into it. That's if you appeal to the emotion of a jury and then they overturn and do not follow the law, that's called jury nullification. You need to follow the laws. You can't make your own decisions. Oh no, Leslie, I'm not upset. Yes. I realize that. No, you said I seemed to make excuses, and I said I'm just explaining things a little clearer. So everybody tell Deborah Ann that they hope she gets well soon because she's not feeling well tonight. I'm so sorry. This weather has just been insane. We had a bunch of tornado warnings last night, and the sirens gave me a headache. They went on for so long. And I don't even get up anymore because I live on the 3rd floor. Have you ever tried to get 3 cats into 3 separate cat carriers while tornado sirens are going off? Yeah, that works real well. No, we didn't lift, but up on Alpine got ripped up pretty good. I saw some areas that had 200,000 without power. Thankfully, I didn't lose mine. You didn't get rain? Oh my God, we had horrible rain and lightning. Sounded like hail. Wind, really windy. My slider can withstand 70-mile-an-hour winds, but it bows it inward like it curves. So I don't think I'd want to go higher than 70-mile-an-hour winds, actually. Oh, the husband's shop? Yeah, Deborah, and I don't know what's wrong, but Did you ever find your dog? Your lost dog, hon? I remember when you were asking people to look for it. Okay, I'm going to do something that I hope is not... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I can't imagine losing my pets. Stolen? You know, that's kind of big around here. People steal people's dogs for medical research or, you know, dogs that are chained. They even steal people's dogs out of the yard. I know the Amazon drivers have stolen a couple people's dogs. Yeah, that'd be horrible. Yes, Alessia, I do too. Something, or clear some people. Do they think that by making everyone think they're under suspicion that they will talk or say something? I don't know. They sure got Jody Sue talking, don't they? But yeah, so we're talking about liars. So other than YouTube creators who are liars, let's talk about the liars in this case, Summer Wells case right now. You know, Allie. I don't believe anything Allie's ever said. She's obviously got a grudge against Candace, so she's trying to throw Candace under the bus every chance she gets. Candace told her she killed Rose. Candace told her Rose was buried under the driveway. Candace told her Rose's girls pointed to the concrete and said, "Mommy's down there." Yeah. Whatever. Oh, but, uh-oh. Whoops, you're being mean. You know, Melissa, I think that, you know, in Rose's case too, why the hell don't they release something? Why don't they at least release that they have the green sweater and she doesn't have that on? They didn't correct anything that was wrong in the first releases, and they've just gotten repeated endlessly. You know, why not correct that she was never going to Cushing? No one ever said Cushing. Where did they get that? I don't know. Hi, Annabelle. Oh, I'm sorry that you're going to be gone. So then we have Jose. That was a big liar. I think almost everything that he said was proven to be a lie. Except that he actually was at 110 Ben Hill for a short time. Dudley. What do we think of Dudley? Liar or no? Oh yeah, I don't really believe anything Jose was said. I mean, he had, you know, he was coached, sent information before he was interviewed, which is kind of against every journalistic ethic there is. You don't, I don't know. I mean, if you want a story, you ask him what his story is. You don't feed him a story. What do you, oh, Annabelle, are you talking about Jose or Dudley? Yeah, I think Dudley, well, Dudley got paid, so that makes him suspect. In my mind, I don't know, a lot of people seem to want, like attention, you know? in this case. Look at me. Look at me. Like Jody Sue Brown. Andrew Hiltz. Excuse me. What purpose does it serve for Andrew Hiltz to have a YouTube channel? Can anybody tell me that? Why does he have a YouTube channel? Yes, he has a right to have a channel like everyone else, but I mean, what's there? What's he talking about? Why does he have a channel? Why do people send him money? Why do people send any YouTuber money? I don't get it. No, I don't believe anything Jose claimed. You know, Don driving the red truck when he had to go a long ways to work. Was he there a whole week that Don was there? I mean, Don came home, went to jail, and then when he got out, I think Jose was there a week after that. So, did he follow Don to work to see, you know, if Don switched to vehicles when he got there? Why? I don't understand. Don seems to do fine driving his truck around on his own now. I looked around, tried to see if his work, if Tucker Construction even has a red truck with ladder racks and buckets in the back. I just have never seen any proof of that either. Yeah, Andrew Hiltz is pretty sad. Oh, Sarah Woods, hello, exploited innocence. I'm just talking and not looking. Oh, yeah, thank you. No purpose. I agree. He is, well, yes. I don't know. YouTube kind of, I guess I should look at some other things besides true crime on YouTube because, yeah, and Jose, I mean, talking about the things that Don did with Summer and stuff, Don wasn't there. How does he know all these things Don did? I don't believe he saw Don naked in the shower with Summer. I don't believe that at all. Because Don hated Jose. So was he going to shower naked with Summer, like in front of Jose? And then let Jose grab her out of the tub? No. No. Sorry. That's a lie. Yes, I think we had it narrowed down when they got there was the day of the NASCAR race. I mean, I did see the receipt for the Jose's paycheck. Some of the receipts. And when Don came back from Utah. Why is someone claiming Hilt's mother has a YouTube channel? I don't know who Andrew Hilt's mother is, but what the hell would she need a YouTube channel for? Oh, well. You know, some people have it and just post videos of their, you know, dogs or looking out their window at birds. So I guess whatever. I don't know. I don't know who Andrew Hilt's mother is. I guess I could look into it. Yeah. Can you imagine, Alicia, Don naked in the shower with Summer and Jose comes in and grabs Summer? Yeah. Jose wouldn't be around to tell a story after that. I can tell you that for a fact. Why would Jose think it's okay to grab a naked child? Okay, so, and that's another thing that bothers me. Jose said that it was not safe for him to be around his own children. So why would he come and subject the Wells children to his mental instability? Why is it okay to be around other people's children? I don't know, that whole thing is so weird, but then the Wells just seem to attract those kind of people, don't they? Okay, here, what I'm going to do is talk about this Burn Barrel show. The young Candace Hare and Bly and the two big bad wolves. So there's a lot of misinformation in here. I'm not attacking K Crime. I have no axe to grind with her. This isn't a personal attack at all. There's just misinformation in there. She dug up a lot of records, but filling in the blanks in between, as she's kind of assuming some things that did not happen. So I'm watching this. I can't play it because I don't know how, and I certainly don't want to get a strike. But let's just correct some of this stuff, because I saw a lot of people say, "Oh, great, this explains a lot." Well, oh, hey, Kate, hey, babe. If anybody wants to come up on panel and chat with me, I'll let you, because I don't see Wisconsin Mom around. She's kind of had a hard week. So, but, if Kate Crime's around, she can come up. Little Wing. Who else? Okay, so I think it's important to, if we're going to have the proper clues to figure these things out, to have the correct information. So here we go. She's talking about Jim Bly, Candace's dad. He married Kathleen and had 2 kids in Massachusetts and Connecticut. That's true. Born in 1935. Leaves his wife and 2 children. She files for divorce on grounds of cruelty. She did, but I heard that it was him. I heard from family that she was the abusive one in that relationship. Child of God, hello. Someone told me that when he left the house, she would say that she hoped he'd be killed in an accident and not come home. So, maybe not physically abusive, but that's certainly cruel. And I know other people that have been in similar situations, and that's not a nice thing to know that your spouse is praying that you get killed when you leave. So, hi, Pom. Hi, Annabelle. Well, that would certainly liven things up, wouldn't it? So, where was I? Now I'm totally lost. I need Wisconsin Mama to keep me on track, I guess. My mind is just racing all the time in like 5 million different directions. Oh, we were talking about, back in the day, and this was a long time ago, there was no such thing as no-fault divorce. So quite often, one party would agree to take the blame, like say your wife was cheating on you, but you were a good guy and you agreed to let her say that you were cheating on her. I mean, someone had to take the blame. So, you have to kind of read between the lines there, I think. Unless you know the real story. I do know that she was mentally cruel to him. Not that he was the perfect person, but everybody speaks pretty highly of him. So, hi, Linda. Mr. Bly, yes, Jim Bly, Candace's dad. Okay, so let's see what she says next. Cruelty, yes, divorce. And then he moves to Texas. Yes, he did go to Texas. He was traveling in the carnival then. That might be kind of a fun job. I don't know. And still, child of God, I don't know yet anything. Okay, here, Candy loses both her parents by 17 years old. Okay, that's just flat out wrong. She's got people on here that are not Candy's. She's got Candy's grandparents on here. and they died before Candy was 17. Candy's mother, Rosetta, didn't die until 2010. And her dad, I've heard Candace talk about how her grandfather was her best friend, how they went fishing and how much she loved spending time with him. So obviously neither one of Candy's parents died before Candy was 17. She was not homeless and an orphan and ended up scared and alone in Texas. She was in the carnival too. That's how she and Jim met, in the carnival. So I just want to make that sure that her, Candy's parents, see, they spent a lot of time with the kids, and Rosetta actually had contact with Rose's two kids. So Chris took them over to see Rosetta. Rosetta helped raise the kids even when Candy was still with Jim. She would pawn them. She never pawned Candace off, but she pawned the other two off on Rosetta occasionally for periods of time because she just couldn't handle three. Okay, so let's continue on here. I hope you don't mind. I know this isn't the perfect way to do it. I swear I'll figure out how to do this. Okay, she's got Cora Candace Hare, died in 1973. Cora Candace Hare is Candy's grandmother. And Henry Edward Hare, she says she loses her father in 1979. That's her grandfather. So, okay, then Kenneth leaves Odessa and heads to Corpus Christi. Okay, they're traveling with the carnival here. Met and apparently fell in love. Candy is 18 years old and alone in Texas. Well, she was with the carnival, so, you know, carnies are a pretty tight bunch as far as I can see and have heard. Okay, Kenneth Bly takes in Candy Hare. 46-year-old Kenneth then marries Candy when she is only 26 years old. In Galveston. Okay. And she shows a picture of the courthouse. No, she's apparently not off that. And now she says he married 19-year-old Candy Hare. So first she said she's 20, then 19. And I'm not making fun of her. She did find these records. Here, Candy was 20 when Candace was born. And yeah, she had her less than a year after they got married. So Candace Rose Bly. Candace was born with a hole in her heart, and so then they moved back so that she could go to Mayo Clinic. Okay, I'm just watching. I'm sorry I can't play this. I'm sorry I'm such a poor host. Kenneth Bly followed. Candy and Kenneth have two more children. One that wishes not to be named, and Rose. By 1990, the relationship between Kenneth and Candy is not working out. Well, yes, because Candy ran off with her girlfriend. So that might be why. I would say it wasn't working out. But, you know, she couldn't take care of the kids. I don't know. I don't know. So then, I'm not sure how she met Val. I've never found that out, but I think I will. Kenneth filed for divorce in 1994. Okay, 1994. Candace was 12. The middle girl was 10, and Rose was 8. So losing your mother at that age, it's pretty traumatic. Chris said that affected Rose greatly her whole life. She was always looking for her mother's affection. And it definitely affected Candace, too. I mean, Although Candace always had her mother's affection. Maybe she just didn't realize that. Maybe Candace just needed more than what people had to give. I don't know. Okay, so after all of the issues, it seems Candy went back to Texas without her children. Family members of Candy and Kenneth Bly were caring for the kids. Actually, Jim cared for the kids. And Candy went off to Las Vegas with Val. So she has a traffic ticket, an accident that Candy got into in Texas in, I think, 1996. You know what? That doesn't mean she was living in Texas. It means she got in an accident in Texas. So, maybe she was visiting friends from the carnival days. I don't know. But, you got to be careful of making assumptions and reading too much into things. What the record says is all it says. She was there that day and got in a car accident. That's all we know. Oh, she just privated the video. So apparently she didn't want to come on panel here and stick up with her for her research. Can anybody remember what else was on there? She tried to say that Jim was, domineering and abusive. Took advantage of young homeless Candy. I think Candy can pretty much take care of herself too from everyone that knows her. Friends, family, neighbors. Well, anybody want to come up? I can't play that anymore, I guess. Not like I was playing it. So that was my show. Well, I guess she's going to be off with it now. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't really criticizing her. I was just pointing out that what she was saying was wrong. So then Candy and Val went to Las Vegas. And Jim. Oh, she said then Candace was put in a foster home. That was after she pulled a knife on Jim and one of her sisters. So, Jim was struggling. What was he supposed to do? He had children at home to protect. I mean, Candace, started stabbing people when she was 6 years old. So I don't think that was, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to do, right? Yeah, I think she is. Kind of. I don't know. I think so. I know she's paying some of Candace's bills, and claims to be her best friend. I've seen her claim that. So maybe she doesn't realize that what Candace is telling her is false, which, Daisy doesn't realize that either. But a lot of things that, Candace says that are false, we can prove were false. And Don. I think Don lies. He lies on purpose. He tells YouTubers different stories and then watches them fight. He likes to see them fight over him. He said that he doesn't tell him anything he doesn't want him to know. And, he only goes for YouTubers that aren't very good at critical thinking. Like one that got banned and recently came back with his girlfriend. Oh. Okay, you. Okay, just a minute. I was following with Candace. Oh, yeah, she said that Candace got arrested and lost her children because she was busy fighting with an old man, meaning Andrew. But that wasn't why Candace lost her kids. Candace just dumped them off at Jim's and thought Rose was going to watch them. That had absolutely nothing to do with her being in jail and unable to fight. Unable to fight for her kids. When have we ever seen her fight for her kids? Any of them? When? Anybody got any receipts for that? She, other than pulling the gun on CPS, but she just dumped them off and then went partying and wouldn't come back. So Rose called CPS. It didn't have anything to do with Candace being in jail for 90 days. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I think her interpretation of the records is tinged with bias slightly. And, some other things were just honest mistakes. So, I guess I think if you were doing a deep dive in genealogy, you would know the correct parents, but that's kind of odd to me. But I don't want to dig at her because everybody makes mistakes. It's how you own up to them, right? And speaking of that, when I was in a certain person's chat saying that Candace never had any child abuse, arrests, intentional harm, whatever, I was kicked out. I was told I had my own platform. Go say anything I had to say here. So why do you have a chat? Why do you have an open chat if you don't want anybody to chat? If you don't want anybody to say anything, why have a chat? Unless you just want a bunch of, sycophants and yes men in your chat. Anybody here can disagree with me. That's fine. As long as you're respectful about it. If I say something wrong, please do point that out. And I think I say that every time. I don't like blocking people or even timing them out. So say what you want. I mean, I'm, not going to ban you just because you disagree with me. I think that's ridiculous. But a lot of YouTubers seem to think that's the way to go. A troll. Do they even know what a troll is? I don't think so. Because a troll is not someone that disagrees with you or points out that you're in error. A troll is someone that comes on and says something to cause dissension, which would be the person Faith on PGs. Now that was a troll. Somebody that says, hey, that's not what happened. That's not a troll. So anyway, I'll get off my troll platform. Now, what do you think about K-Crime stating that the Wells did not have enough time in the timeline to do something wrong? Why is she saying that? There's 3 hours there. 3 hours to do whatever they wanted to do. So, what does she think happened? I think we pretty much eliminated that someone came up there and took Summer. People that have visited said there's no way someone could sneak up there. I mean, there's a whole pack of dogs. There's 1, 2, 3 adults, presumably because John Struck was there too, and 4 kids. So are you going to try to sneak up when anybody could walk out the door and see anything? No, I don't think so. Oh, the cotton and Chad theory? I don't know. After I saw her Carly Russell theory, I'm not much on her theories. They tend towards more towards conspiracy, as far as I can see. Cotton. There's. Oh, I saw somebody say that Candace was pregnant. Oh yeah, that was Candace was faking a pregnancy to extort a young boy. Where do people come up with these things? And the same person that said Candace had that abusive request the day before said, oh, Candace was pregnant, and showed as a receipt some text that Jody Sue had that Jody Sue used to prove that Candace wasn't pregnant and had lied. So how is that a receipt that Candace really was pregnant? I don't know. I just get so tired of all this. Mafia and gangs. I don't think so. What is a gang? First of all, what drug dealer is going to give Don Wells drugs on credit? If you can answer that, then we'll continue on with the drug cartel theory. Who's going to give Don Wells thousands of dollars of drugs on credit? And besides that, I thought he manufactured his own drugs. I've heard that. How many drug kingpins can Hawkins County support? Because we got Crawford, Wells, Bernard, Don. Everybody on Ben Hill is apparently a drug kingpin. Yeah, no mafia and gangs. In my opinion, Candace either had one of her blackouts, like she did when she punched Rose in the face, and snapped out of it, and then maybe came to and saw Summer and then screamed. Maybe that was a scream Jody Sue heard. I don't know. But I have a text somewhere where Hunter's girlfriend's mother told exactly what time they picked Hunter up. I don't think she's involved in a conspiracy, so I think we can believe that. It seems like it was at 3 or shortly after. What there's not time for is for Hunter to be at 110 Ben Hill. There just isn't. There's not time. So, let's say 3:30. Something happened at 3:09, I believe, because, or 3:06 was it? Because she deleted that milk jug picture off of her Facebook and put that video. She's trying to say that was at 3:06. 3:06 or 3:09. I'm confusing that with her posting the picture of the boy in the motocross outfit. I think that was 6:09. Okay, so anyway, I think she needed to set up an alibi for that particular time. She sent that stuff to Unmask, but she never sent him the time and date stamps. She wouldn't send him that information. So that would lead you to believe that she couldn't prove that. I think she had to set up an alibi for that particular time. I mean, the milk jug thing, Hunter didn't seem to. I think that's why she went over to his house and asked what he told law enforcement, because, she wanted to make sure he stuck to the story they concocted. I mean, when Chris McDonough asked Hunter about the milk, Hunter didn't know what he was talking about. The milk. Oh yeah, the milk. I mean, the picture and the video, they don't line up with Hunter's whole entire story. The side that he sat on, where he moved the milk jugs, none of it lines up with that picture and video. Nothing. There's no cups there. Summer's dressed, for warm weather, which is, why Candace has those clothes. I just don't believe that. Okay, she punched Rose in the face. Yeah, Tennessee Truth, I talked about that on Rose's anniversary. She punched Rose in the face, and then Rose, was crying and upset, and then Candace, snapped out of it, her little state, and what happened? What are you crying about? So she had and that's not the only family member that has told me those stories of her going off in these rages and then not having any recollection of what she did afterwards. She doesn't have any memory. Guess who was sitting with Hunter today? My buddy, JLR. Gotta love JLR, I guess. Someone must. I mean, his mom lets him live in her house, right? So why is he stalking a minor, Palm? Did he make a video about it? I'm going to have to go watch that. And I haven't watched Josh with the new alleged victim of Don's. I tried to get through that, but I just got so much of the picture. Are you sure it wasn't a photoshopped one? JLR loves doing that. Yeah, what's Hunter? Oh, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure he'll do a video later. Lips, are you still here? Yeah, I'll bet he does talk about it. Probably make 5 videos about it tomorrow. I don't know, but I wasn't going to talk about other creators by name, so it could be. He likes to Photoshop himself in front of crime scenes, and I know people are like, "How did you get all the way over there?" And I go, "He's not there." He took a picture, and remember when he said something about Dylan's house, and then people were yelling at him he showed a picture of himself, and people were yelling at him for posting her picture of her house, and he had to come out and admit that wasn't even her house. It was just a house. Photoshopped himself in front of. Hi, Anita. I don't know why she was messing around there. That monocross outfit, that picture was taken a couple weeks earlier. I don't know. I thought maybe she posted it and then realized that you could see Summer in the corner, and Summer was missing at that point, so then she deleted it. But I don't know. She said it was a memory that came up that she shared accidentally, so I don't know that. But that was not taken that day. That picture was earlier. I have a pretty good line on when pictures were taken because I went through and compared them and took a lot of screenshots, and especially anywhere Summer's hair is cut. So I think she was just busy on there putting up her alibi. So 6:09. Let's go back to 3. Okay, she dropped Hunter off. They were at Sonic at 2. Then they went to Priceless. Whoever knows however long they were at Priceless. Recollections may vary. And then took Hunter home. So then, I believe from Hunter's house to One Time Ben Hill, isn't it like 45 minutes? I can't remember off the top of my head, but so I think they would have gotten home about 3:30, correct? Let me know if I'm wrong. So then what happened? Somewhere in there, Summer went missing. And then Candace called Dawn. And Don told Candace to, okay, this is my opinion. Candace told Don to get the drugs out of the house. So she took them over to Fred's, was seen by Chad Arnold. Fred was not home at the time. So I wonder what time Fred did get home. I don't know. Laura's saying that she saw Summer's clothes in the washing machine. If that's true, did Candace hide Summer's clothes over there too? I don't know. I was just thinking. But, why did Laura wait 2 years after Summer went missing before she decided to disclose that? So, yeah, I'm thinking that's a lie. Okay, so she called Don. Don told her to get rid of the drugs. Then Don drove home 90 miles an hour trying to beat the cops, although he didn't. I believe that's why he went right to the shed. He wanted to make sure that she had cleared things out of the shed. Because police were on scene then. And he was kind of screwed if she didn't get it all out. And who knows with Candace? Does she do what he tells her all the time? I don't know. I thought Fred's sister just... Oh, was it? Okay. I get confused. That might be True KU. Yeah, I think you're right. That was Fred's sister that said that. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Fred left and then came back in and left again that day during those 3 hours. I got to sit down and make out a timeline of that, I guess. Fred said he went and hauled junk, right? Well, he wasn't home when Candace took the drugs over because Chad said that. But he did come home and find the drugs because when Don went back over to get him, he wouldn't give him back, of course. Yeah, that'd be like asking Tammy Slayton to guard my box of cupcakes, wouldn't it? Although Fred doesn't use drugs, he just smokes pot, remember? A guy on a bicycle with a GoPro saw the boys on June 15th. He saw them playing. Yes. He saw them playing down by the creek. I think I still have his post somewhere before he deleted it. Well, his wife posted about it. She said the cops got the... Yeah, but, why weren't they looking for Summer? Why were they playing? Why were they down by the creek playing? I don't know. And then the boys never really seemed all that upset, did they? There they are at miniature golf, laughing and giggling and yucking it up. So I don't have kids, but is that normal? Maybe kids that age don't really comprehend things. But that middle one was the one entrusted with the phone and with watching Summer, and he seemed like a very sensitive soul. Seemed like he would have been bothered. I don't know. The boys are a big mystery in this because we don't know what. We don't know what they saw. What they said they saw, what they really saw, what they were told they saw. I don't know. So many different stories. Fred went to the grocery store, KU, and helped 2 guys broke down on motorcycles. Fred's a busy guy. In an open field, I thought. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm missing. An open field, what, KU? I'm sorry. Is it true Candace dropped drugs off at Fred's house on the 15th? Yeah. That's in my opinion. And I heard that. Candace told someone that. Chad Arnold saw her over there. Don was seen over there. I haven't found anything that it contradicts that story. So I don't know. What's the open field? I'm lost. So when exactly did Candace call Don? When exactly did Summer go missing? I mean, I think we pretty much ruled out them planting flowers because there were no planting flowers there. There were no flowers. And that dirt had not been recently disturbed. Well, that's... And where did they buy those? I don't know. I don't think I believe that. I question whether Candy was ever at Warriors. I question anything Candy says. But I know Candace quit talking to her after that interview. So things she said in the interview were not the script. And then she told her lifelong friend in Wisconsin that she lied about what happened that day. So, where the guy on the bicycle saw the boys playing. I heard that it was down by the creek. What did they have? They didn't have walkie-talkies. They had something with them. Walkie-talkies? I don't remember. I'll go find that post, Kate, and send it to you. Okay, well, if anybody doesn't have any more questions, I think I'll wrap it up. And you know what? I'm going to go to school on how to share my screen. I will figure it out. Yeah, Anita, that's what I heard too. It was by the creek. Didn't seem like they were looking for Summer. Where did she go? And if the boys they've been under forensically interviewed now for 2 years. If they saw anything or knew anything, why hasn't anybody been arrested? I don't know. Where is Summer? Where's Summer? I think that 3 hours is more than enough time. So Candace left twice. Where did she go? She went down to the church once. Where did she go the other time? And why did she say, I left once, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, when Don said they know you left twice? You know, that they have the recording from that house on the corner of that camera, so they know exactly who went and came and exactly what times. So they have that to work with. Oh, really, Anita? That's interesting. It just seems to me they had to have... I don't think they sent her off, because if they did, they would have gotten rid of the drugs and not been in such a panic. I don't think... plus, she tried to get Robin to babysit Summer that day. So, I don't know, all the little bits and pieces, I don't think that it was planned. And I don't think they sent her away. I don't know. Yeah, Kate, there's... Anita, what are the locals saying? Do you hear some chatter? Yeah, I think there was an accident, Alessia. But then what? Then what? What if Candace... did anybody ever hear about Summer peeing on the floor? Did you ever hear that at the very beginning? Someone recently told me that. Someone that's very factual. She said she'd heard that back at the beginning, that was Candace. Summer peed on the floor, and Candace got mad. Yeah, I hadn't heard that either. But what if Candace, went into a rage and punched Summer in the face? I don't think she could take much of a hit. She could have broke her neck. We're just theorizing here. Because I don't have any more idea what happened than anybody else. I just don't think someone came up on the hill and took her. And I don't think she wandered off. I think she can be too easily tracked. Yeah, I never heard that either. Anita, what did you hear? What do locals think? What's the local scatter? Hi, Steve's mom. I don't know. Will we ever know? This is more confusing than John Bonet, isn't it? Although with John Bonet, you didn't have all their neighbors making YouTube channels, so this is a little different than that. I think she's hid in that fridge, but the fridge is not the old kind with the latch. It's the kind they make nowadays with the magnetic closure. So, she could have just pushed on the door and gotten out. I mean, even if she fell against the door from the inside, it would open. It's not like the old dangerous ones that had that metal latch that latched and how kids got trapped in there. I think someone definitely planned Summer's disappearance. Oh, well, that's a possibility. Tennessee Truth. I don't know. We don't know. I receive a lot of hate no matter what, so it doesn't. People call me Wells supporters, and then people that support the Wells hate me too because I don't support the Wells. So I don't know. I don't know what I do. Okay. All right. I guess they could have sold her. I don't know. What questions, Tennessee Truth, what questions do you have about Rose? We can talk about her for a while. I can change my little banner. Yeah, maybe she did fall down the stairs. Yes. I just think it was an accident. I think something happened. I think they were caught off guard. I think they scrambled to make a alibi, with the milk jug. Telling Hunter what to say. I don't know. And I think the middle boy was the one that called 911. They said a family member and said mom went for a walk. Yeah, mom was walking right then. So across the street. So, and that's probably why the age was wrong. That's just my theory. But I think she took off and told him to call 911. Yeah, Anita, anything is open. Anything is possible. We really know very little. Almost nothing, actually. No, Rose's case and Summer's case are not related. I can tell you that. And that's not just my opinion. That is a fact. People want to make it related, though. Somehow they want to connect a nationwide child trafficking ring. Remember when the creator was going to have somebody who said was a babysitter for both Summer and Michael Vaughn, but that person didn't show up? Sad. A lot of people think it is. I know they do. But you know what? People don't know a lot about Rose's case. And some creators are just picking it up, to try to get interest. And yeah, I see people in there. Oh, the husband did it. I think the husband did it. When I ask why, I've never gotten anybody to answer me. I think just people don't know. People don't know anything about the case, and they're just jumping in with that, I guess. They'd like it to be a big conspiracy. Conspiracies are hot right now. Mostly, I want to proofread my commentary with you before I put my video out. Well, do you want to come up on panel and talk about it? You're welcome to. Yeah, Leslie, you remember that? Yeah. Wonder why family members did not take C's first two kids. Because they were too young. Jim, couldn't take care of him. He still had the two girls to raise. I mean, Rose was 15. She was in school, high school. She couldn't take care of him. Candy, I don't know, I guess, who else could have taken him, I guess? Wait, I wish Chris was here. What time is it, 10? Let me see if I can go get him. Oh, yes. It is sad they were put into foster care again. And the story I heard was there was abuse in the foster home, which I think might be why some of the other kids that they adopted and fostered do not have contact with them. Yeah, if you've ever seen Diana, I don't know her, but she looks like she could be pretty stern. But I should look and see how unusual it is for some kids to be adopted and then given up. I don't think that happens very often. And, they were obviously not happy in the foster homes. I mean, Candace Jean ran away twice, right? So that's probably not the best situation. I don't know. Do you want to, Tennessee Truth, do you want to come up? She was a bubbly, happy party girl. Let's see. She lived with Chris's dad and took care of his horses, and had she had a horse at that time. I think she did. Yeah, she had her first horse that died, maybe, because I know they had kids at gym or horses at gyms. Well, you don't have to be nervous here. There you go. Anybody can come up. Anybody can come up and chat with me. I'm lonely. Come up and tell me your theories. Oh, Tennessee Truth, you're fine. Just come up and, ask me questions. Just a minute, I'm going to go message Chris and see if he's home. He's been working a lot of overtime lately. Yeah, they married in February 2009. Yeah, she lived with Chris's dad and took care of the horses. Then Val and Candy moved back from Arkansas and didn't have a place to stay, so they moved in to Chris's dad's too. So then Chris, lived with some other guys in an apartment somewhere or a house, whatever. He called it a bachelor pad. And then when Rose got pregnant, his dad asked Candy and Val to move out, and Chris moved in. Nobody wants to talk with me? Okay, I just sent Chris a message. All right, nobody's going to talk to me. I'm I get nervous too, Tennessee Truth. I almost make myself sick the day before, just nervous. Public speaking is not my strong suit. When I was in high school and had to give a speech, I got up and I started to black out. My vision was narrowing. I thought, I'm going to pass out right here. And just then, someone set off the fire alarm. I think that was the Lord looking out for me. I don't remember what happened after that because it was really traumatic. Class was probably over with by the time we got out and got back. And so then when I was in college, I took speech during summer school. So I only had to give 1 or 2 speeches. Yeah, I get really nervous. It doesn't come natural to me. Okay. Oh yeah, Deborah Ann. I do kind of look forward to it just because it's like sitting around chatting with friends. Okay, Chris is gonna come just a second. What's my just a second. Oh, thanks, Anita. I sound like I have a little girl's voice, I think. Uh-oh. Okay, I sent Chris an invite. Maybe we can trick him and get him up on panel. I would never do that. But boy, I'd sure get a lot of views that day, wouldn't I? Okay, Tennessee Truth, what kind of questions? Seriously, you can come up. Kate, you can come up. Deborah Ann, anybody. Chris tried to welcome.
Hey, I made it.
You did. Oh,
I did. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to figure this stuff out.
well, you figured out the screen sharing thing. I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, I have a ton of questions. We're getting a really bad storm here, so I'm hoping my service will last. I'm on my phone and I don't do panels a lot, so I'm not it it's like a bicycle, right? Once you learn, you should be able to figure it out.
Should be able to.
Ugh,
I don't know.
but
Let's see where.
yeah, I was really curious about like what Rose's life was like when Chris met her. Like who was she you know, like I want to know about her before she came into Chris's life. Like what kind of, you know, her personality, what the people that she associated herself with, like family, how she talked about them or introduced them to him, like how how did he meet any of, you know, anybody? Like I just want to know all the things like that.
I don't know. He said he's up.
I
He
can't
wanted
see the
the.
chat.
There he is.
I need
Am I
to
in
open up
blue?
something
I
else
don't
so
know
I
if
can
you're in
see the
blue.
chat.
Probably.
I can't see.
He's in here.
Oh.
He said, "What are
Um.
you asking?" And am I in blue?
um. Yeah, I'm just wanting to know, like, whenever you first meet somebody and you're telling about yourself, getting to know each other, I want to know all the things about Rose whenever he met her. Like, I know that we've heard that she loved horses, so they moved in with his dad and to help with the horses and stuff like that.
Oh, we're not going
Did
to
you
keep
get
you up.
him? Did you
We're,
get him out of bed?
I
It's
don't think
not
he.
my
I don't
fault.
think he got out. Well, he gets up at like 4 o'clock to go to work. Plus, he's been working
Yeah,
a lot lately, so he
yeah.
can
I got
answer
up
a
at
few
3:30
questions.
this morning.
Um, I know he tried to introduce her to, some new
Mm.
friends and people that were maybe a little healthier. I know they rode horses
Right.
together. Okay, he's answering. Can you see chat?
No, no, I can't see it. I'm trying. I see the little icon for the chat. I'm trying to get to it. I went to it and there's nothing in it. I'm going over.
Oh, I think maybe you're in back chat. You need to look at
Okay.
the comments, not the chat.
Okay, the comments. Oh, there they are.
Oh,
Okay.
all right, yay!
See, we're learning together. Oh, met her before we started dating. Perfect. Like, where did they got together? How did they um meet? Like, where was she living whenever they met?
She was living with his dad.
In Grantsburg,
No,
or
he didn't live in Grantsburg then. His dad, yeah, St. Croix Falls.
so
The
Rose
house.
was living with his dad before they got together?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm talking. Like, so he had never met her before she moved in with his dad.
No,
Okay, that's how I was. Like, how did he meet her? I knew it was friends or acquaintances or some kind of way with the family. Yeah, I don't want to put. I thought, well, I can do like a
wrong. I'm
sample
wrong.
video.
Wait. I'm wrong. Wrong. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I guess they did meet before. Go ahead, Chris. Grab a link.
Yeah, you're gonna have to teach me how to throw a link down. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so you did know her before I wondered how she got hooked up with your dad. Did you fall asleep?
No.
No, I'm talking about him.
Oh, I
Next
came in
door
and took
to.
a nap when I got home. I got up at 3:30 for work this morning. It
Oh,
almost killed me. I usually don't get up that early for work, but I had to this morning. So I feel your pain.
okay. Can you see what he said?
I met through a friend that lived next door to her dad. The friend also knew my dad. Okay.
So you met Chris. You met Rose before she moved in with your dad. I didn't know that.
I was with
I guess that.
someone, so there was no chance of us together then.
Did she not
Okay.
move in with your dad until you started dating? I know you weren't living there, but is that how she got to know your dad? Okay.
Wow. Is his dad still living?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Is he? I guess he's retired, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And he drove a truck.
Yes.
Okay. Met her before we started dating, but just in passing. Not hung out. So was she like, I mean, was she different? Like, then were they different? Like, I guess he had a good relationship with his parents, right?
Chris,
Yes.
he can tell you that his mother died when he was younger.
Okay. But him and his dad, they were
They weren't
good.
from that area.
Oh,
They were from
really?
they were from another state.
Oh, okay. So they were new to Wisconsin.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure how new. His dad moved there for a relationship.
Okay.
But people say they own a lot of land and stuff. That's different. Larsons and um the
I saw that. Like,
one of the
they,
one of the officers that came that arrested Rose for the domestic. Her last name is Larson too, but she's no relation either.
it's just like Tennessee.
Yeah.
They're not that different. I mean, we're different, but it's not. I've saw that, like, even with the terrain, it looks like here. I've never been to Wisconsin, but it looks like, I mean, it's not that much different as opposed to like out west.
Okay, I'm gonna turn up your.
Oh, is
Oh,
it me? Am I doing
she
something?
said she can't hear you. I turned your mic up.
Oh,
Talk now.
okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you louder. Can you hear
Okay.
better? I turned your mic all the way up.
I'm sorry. I try not to yell. I know a lot of times it's aggravating, especially if you got headphones in. You can hear the pin drops. I try not to be too loud or rude. I don't usually raise my voice unless I'm mad.
I don't think I raised mine, especially since I retired.
Yeah, I've never heard
I
all the
mean, oh
times
yeah.
I've heard you, you're really calm and collective.
I try to be. I'm really good in emergencies because I don't panic or anything. But when I was
Yeah.
driving truck, yeah, the air in the cab was blue with me swearing. I'll tell you.
You drove a truck?
Yeah, for 42
Oh,
years.
that's cool. My mom drove a truck.
Really?
That's awesome. Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. Yep. I'm too lit. I don't. I mean, I think I probably could. I've drove all kinds of other equipment, but I've never drove a tractor and trailer. But yeah, I was just wanting to know like how they met. Really like Rose's backstory, of who she was before she came in, because I mean, she was really young when her and Chris met. They were both young, and I think that it's important the people that she maybe was associating with before she even met him. Like what are the secrets? What, all the things.
Well, there's a
That's,
lot of secrets to her backstory,
yeah.
but um, nothing that,
I'm ready to dig. So, and I have been for the
no,
last
it's
3 days.
not anything that you want to put out unless you want to get attacked, I'll tell you.
No, 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 I don't. I just like, I don't know. I guess I don't know
She
why
forgot.
I had never really, um,
She's, I think a lot like Candace. I mean, I think the girls, all three, are like, they all have a temper.
yeah.
Not a blackout temper, but yeah,
And she
including the
was
one
the
I'm not supposed to
baby.
talk about. Huh?
She was the baby, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to like get a feel of her personality, um, who she was. And like, I think I would just like to know like how she was first impression, like Chris's first impressions. Um, you know,
Um,
and you didn't ever meet her, is that right? Or
no, I
did
did
you
not
meet her?
ever meet her, no. No.
Okay.
So,
I really have a lot of respect for you, like coming out and putting the information clear. And I can't even imagine. That has to be a full time job. Like 14 years, I cannot imagine how much misinformation it looks like from even the news. I couldn't believe, I mean, I
oh
can
yeah.
believe it judging at Summers, but it just shows you that, that kind of tragedy had already happened so close, with Rose, and then with Summer going missing. I think it would only be natural to compare, you know, so they knew Candace kind of already had not to the extent that Candy did, but you know what I mean? Am I making sense?
Yep. Chris was talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bad. I can't talk and read the chat at the same time. Let me look.
Both
Depends
cases
on
are
who you
discouraging, I think.
very. It is very. It's so sad. Like with Rose, I have immediately felt just a weight as soon as I heard you talking about it on your live with her anniversary. It really. I haven't been able to stop thinking about her and like what in the world? I couldn't imagine 14 years. And like you all are still going out there and trying to, throw down all this misinformation and all the
Well,
stuff that is just,
I wasn't into it, so I, dig every day. I,
yeah,
email people message me, people pass on names and information, and then I dig into
yeah.
that.
Because you never know what little bit of something. It's like they always, I think both cases have said it. I've heard it said that just that one little piece of information could bust the case wide open.
I think people are afraid to talk in Rose's case. I don't know why they're not talking in Summer's case, but I think Candace is the one that needs to talk. Okay, Chris, you can go to sleep.
Are we boring him?
Well, he's got
All
to get
this.
up.
Well, you go to bed. Yeah, you don't have to listen through this. I know that you know a lot about it too. And I'm working on a video. I would like if there's some way for me to maybe email it to you, let you or like email you the commentary that I'm going to say so that I don't put out any misinformation, because that's the last thing that I want to do. So I kind of would like to be able to work with you, just like I could email you what I'm going to say in the video, and then maybe you could just let me know if everything is, okay
Sure.
and nothing's. And then, I just want to show respect, and
Yeah, I
I
can send
want
it on to
something to help.
Chris too, so he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
So he can look it
But
over and correct it.
okay. All right. So I'll just upload it, I guess, and then do it like private, and then email you the link.
Okay. Do you have your email on your?
I gave it to you in a comment. um.
Okay.
On your community post on Rose's anniversary
Okay.
pictures
Okay.
that you put up.
What's fancy, Mama? Hey. She puts in an
Hey,
appearance.
I love to hear her talk. I've
She can come
always loved
up.
to hear her talk.
Wisconsin
Yeah,
Mama, grab the link.
she reminds me of one of my in-laws I love to death. She talks just like her. Both of you have. I'm sure I have an accent too.
You definitely do.
Sorry.
And I just read an article about Michigan's regional accent is disappearing. Like, what accent? Michigan doesn't have an accent.
Yeah. And I love to hear you laugh. It makes me laugh every time, I swear. I didn't mean anything mean in the chat. Whenever I told you it was like an evil laugh, I was like, it's just funny. Oh.
Who else is
Yeah,
here?
Wisconsin, I can remember her talking on, back in the
Yeah.
beginning and stuff. I love to hear her talk.
You want to come up? I'll drop the link again, Wisconsin Mama, or just page up. I lowered my mic because I saw you say I was too loud.
I'm
I will
not
stay
loud
down
enough.
tonight. Okay. Southern accents? Yeah, Tennessee Truth has a Southern accent.
I think you're seeing chats I'm not seeing. I'm already
Can you?
seeing Wisconsin Mama and Chris.
Oh, that's about all.
Do
Kate,
you
you?
go on live chat or talk chat on
No,
whenever
go
you're
on
on
live
here?
chat. Live chat.
Where's the button to switch it to live chat
Um.
if you're on your phone?
Oh, she is. Yeah, Anita, she is local. She's from Tennessee. That's what the
Yeah,
TT stands for. Um.
I think I know her from
Really?
years and years ago. The Anita. I think, did she ever work for the state years ago? The state of Tennessee? She may not want to say that in chat though.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Sorry. Not anything to do with children.
So who was lying
I
on
know it
the
looks that. I just thought of that. I'm like, I'm on your panel and your title says that. Lord. The show's already over, okay? We just started talking about extras.
Oh,
I wanted to know
Wisconsin
what that
Mama,
was.
you missed it. Okay. Good night, Chris. Isn't
Night,
this weekend
Chris.
the school shopping trip? Yeah. Yeah, get to sleep. Tomorrow's the school shopping trip. What do you mean 18-hour day tomorrow? I thought you were going school shopping. Who is lying on the streets tonight? Well, Wisconsin Mommy, you missed it all because I was going over Burn Barrel's video about Candy and telling where it was wrong, and she privated it in the middle of my live. How dare she?
Oh no.
Oh, you weren't in here then?
I was trying to listen with my headphones, but I had my family in the background too. I missed that part. Oh no. I didn't know that. I saw a video, but I can only listen most of the time, and it's got a lot of things I need to, I guess, look at.
Oh yeah.
But
Now
I know
see,
what you're talking
I
about.
I don't listen. I always have the sound down, and um,
So
I
it's
usually
completely
don't go
opposite.
into lives. I've tried to go into lives a little more and chat, but yeah, when I look at a thing, if I just read the transcript, and if they don't have a transcript, oh well. No, I had just have a real sensitivity to noise.
Right. Yeah, I usually have my headphones and my phone in my pocket so I can listen, but I can't. And so I know the video was mostly music, and I didn't get to look at all that stuff and
Oh
go
yeah,
over
I
it. So
didn't.
I'm not that familiar with exactly what she had put out.
Well, she had a lot of screenshots of documents, court documents, census documents, marriage licenses, things like that. Um, there's uh, nothing wrong with all those. Of course, those are all correct. However, then she kind of filled in what she thought happened around there. And she had the wrong parents. She said that Candy's parents both died before she was 17. Those were her grandparents.
Okay. That confused me thinking about roses because I thought that you had
Yeah.
told me that her grandmother had raised Rose, right?
Well, yeah, she helped. Yeah. She helped raise, yeah, the kids, not Candace, because Candy always kept Candace with her, but the other two girls, Rosetta helped raise, yeah. Well, and Candace said that her grandfather was her best friend. That they went fishing, and how much she loved being with him. So obviously, he didn't die when Candy was 17. So she played
Okay.
fill in the dots. Well, yeah, and I said I
I'm
told her
glad
I
you
wasn't
told me
being
that
critical
though,
in the
because
comments. I said I
okay.
just, yeah. Or she listened to what Candace told her. I don't know. But she said Candy moved to Tennessee, left Jim. I don't know. Jim was mean, took advantage of Candy. Um, Candace lost her kids because she was in jail fighting a mean old man. Um, Nothing about her abandoning her kids. She was too busy in jail to fight, and that's why she lost them.
So did she like tell like Candace's version of it, or
I don't know. I know she
is
does
that where
pay.
she's coming from
She
with it?
she pays some of Candace's bills. She said she's her best friend. I don't know.
What? The creator?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I'm lost with all that. I think it feels like I walked into a bee's nest. I didn't know anything. Like I didn't know that they was. But I'm glad that you told me because I had just wrote a note down listening to and like looking into Rose's case the last what 4 days now, 5 days that the anniversary.
Yeah.
And I saw that the local news thing did a clip on the anniversary for Rose.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, that
Yeah, I
missing
saw it.
persons event they have every year is really good. Candy sets up a booth. And they have a lot of little things like they have the person's name, and then you can light a candle. They have, I have some pictures of that, and you can read all about the history of each person's case.
Really?
And then,
That's
they have police there that explain, search dogs and different things, and then you can talk to the missing person's relatives, and then they have every missing person in Wisconsin. They have rotating billboards each week. They rotate and have their billboard in the county that they went missing in.
oh wow.
Yeah,
That
it's a
sounds like
really well organized
yeah.
thing. Yeah, offer
Yeah.
Candace money. Ask Candace if she wants cigarettes, and then she'll.
No, I've never met them. A lot of people think that I've met the whales because I get hated for defending them, or they feel like I'm defending them. And I'm like, I've never met these people, but I think that they were targeted. I feel in my heart, I always have felt that in some way or another, they could be innocent. And and I'm not saying that they were great parents, parents of the year, or anything like that. I'm not saying that they wasn't neglectful, you know, and all that. I've never met them though personally, but
No, me neither. Although
I've been
everybody says
accused of
I
it.
said I did. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you
you
get
never knew
accused
him.
of it if you defend them. Um,
Yep. And then
but
I got
yeah,
Daisy not liking me because I talked bad about him. So I guess they say if nobody's happy, you're doing something right. So I
yeah,
try to I try to be right in the middle. There's
yeah,
something for everyone to dislike.
yeah. There's plenty of hate out there. It's so unhealthy too and to get that mad and that angry I mean, it gets your blood pressure, your heart rate. Some people like it though,
Oh yeah,
obviously. It
people
brings in the views.
screaming, and yeah, it does. It does. And I think that's why PG let that troll stay on her panel. She knew everybody'd be talking about that the next day and going to check it out.
I just saw there's a couple that had mentioned it that I do watch, and they played just a little piece of it, and I couldn't watch uh-uh. I entertained that for about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes.
Well,
I
I didn't
couldn't watch it.
listen.
It was disturbing.
I didn't, yeah, listen to it. It's just a troll.
Yeah,
But I don't think that what he said was that any worse than, a creator who says
it's not
Don raped,
in my,
Don raped Summer every night, sexually abused her, sold her to other men, trafficked her, rented her out for child porn. I mean, isn't that all talking about disgusting things about her?
right. No,
What about
it's, in
Reverend
my
Donna?
opinion, exactly. Yes, that's what I was just fixing to say.
Yeah. What
Um,
about her scenario where
I
they,
haven't even finished that one, so I don't know the ending. I don't want to. It creeps me out.
the
I
church
tried to
surrounded her
listen
on a
to it.
table and took pictures of her naked and then stabbed her with a knife. I mean, everybody says disgusting things. This guy wasn't, any worse than. Why is it okay for a creator to talk trash about Summer,
It's not
but a troll can't?
right. It's not okay to put things on Summer either, and I saw that happen early on.
Exactly. And everybody throws around um,
It's
pedophile and pornographer and rapist, and they're accusing everybody in town of that. That's a hard thing to take back. That's a pretty
yes, it
serious
is.
label to put on someone, especially just for clicks and views. Hey, Wisconsin mom, you could have known Candace, huh?
Let me get back to the. I can't do the panel and read the chat. It's too
No,
hard. It's different. Maybe I should have came on my computer. Is it?
I don't
Are
know.
you on a computer?
No, I'm just on my phone.
It is. It's a lot of things has been put out there that is just a theory or speculation, and it's been, considered as a fact, and it's not. There's so much misinformation.
Well, like anything that a psychic says, people take as fact. I just read
Right.
some psychic. Oh yeah, my husband, he's just like, he talks to Summer every single night. And she told him exactly what happened to her. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't even
Wisconsin
watch
mommy, you
that.
better clarify what uncle you were best friends with.
Oh, goodness.
Because there's an uncle in there that I don't think you want to claim. Somebody will take a screenshot of that and start rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. People want things to be just as darn bad as they possibly can, don't they? For some reason.
There's a majority, but there is a lot in the community. I mean, you know, you can outweigh the good or the bad, whichever way, you know. I try not to let it get me so down. And not watching all of it really does help.
Yeah,
It really does.
I try to not watch too much, and there's some creators I just totally stay away from.
Yeah.
I mean, that talk about Candace is ridiculous. And one lady, Candace could settle this real quickly if she'd just show us proof that she had her tubes tied. I'm like, who the hell are you to demand that she share
Right.
private medical information? Like, she don't owe you nothing.
Right. Who do they think they are?
Or she
I do
could just
what I
show us
want.
Summer's birth certificate and settle it all. Well, let's see you show your birth certificate
Exactly.
first, and then we'll look at Summer's. I know people that have seen all that paperwork. More than one person that worked on the house told me Candace had a suitcase with all the papers and deeds and pictures, birth certificates. She said she even had Pam and Don's wedding pictures and pictures of their kids and stuff in it.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, so she keeps all of her personal stuff. I did hear a rumor that Benny tried to buy Summer's birth certificate. Now, that wouldn't surprise me. What surprised me is Candace didn't sell it. Seems like she'd do anything for money. Oh, no, Burn Barrel is not. Burn Barrel is hate crime. Squall Tit is someone that wants me to dox somebody.
You must be seeing a different chat. There's people that's got me blocked that I'm not seeing.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, who's saying her name?
Anita Salyer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know.
No. Oh, you're kind of
No,
friends
it's
with
not the
her, aren't
same
you?
person. I'm not friends with hardly anybody on YouTube.
Oh.
Really, I don't. People think, I guess, that we go in. If I go into your chat, then I guess I try to be nice to everybody, but you can't be nice to everybody. Like, you can, and you try to, but they're not going to be nice to you.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yes.
mean.
And I see people in my chat, and then I see them in another chat talking shit about me.
Yeah, people are crazy.
Two-faced. Yeah. Yeah, Wisconsin Mama. But you got unblocked from Daisy, right? So you're on a trend there, Wisconsin Mama.
But there are so many good people too on the internet, you know? There really is. I've met some genuine people that,
Oh, Little
and
Wing. She's awesome.
yes, I adore her.
Nature lover.
Yes.
Oh, Anita, she wanted to know who was mentioning Squall Tit.
Yeah, I don't wish any bad ill will on nobody. Um, I know that and no matter if we agree or we have the same theories, opinions, or feelings, we can still be nice to each other and respectful. You know, we're here for summer. We're here to find answers for summer. We're here to find answers for Rose. We're not here to solve the case. We're never going to solve,
No, we're
you
not.
know.
We don't have any of the pieces of the puzzle. They've been
Exactly.
so tight-lipped, and Candace holds the key there, but she won't tell anybody.
Right. It's just like you had just mentioned, who are we? We're nobody. We are not owed these people to give us any information, you know? Um, like who do we think we are that where's the birth certificates? Like, where's yours? Let me see your face. Let me see your
Well,
face.
when I had mentioned that I had talked to Paul Durant, and then that caused a firestorm because Penny had mentioned his name, I guess, and people were saying he was fake, and they were demanding that I send them my emails and screenshots of my phone calls and all kinds of stuff with him. I'm like, I don't know you nothing. I don't know who you are.
Right.
Believe whatever you want. One of them came back and apologized. She said, yeah, he is real, and I'm sorry, but only one.
Yeah.
I don't know, Alessi. Maybe those were just the things that were important to her.
What
I
is
don't
it?
know. She said she thinks it's weird that she kept all that stuff in a suitcase. When the
I
when
keep
the
all that stuff in a certain place in my house.
I couldn't
I don't
find it
give a
if my
fuck.
life depended on. I went
Really?
to. Oh yeah, I carry my social security card with me all the time, but my birth certificate was in a little
Mm-hmm.
folder. My mom gave it to me, and it was I went stuck in my corkboard. And when I grabbed that during COVID to go up and get one of those real ID driver's licenses, I got up there and opened the envelope, and I didn't have it. It was empty. So I have no idea where my
Oh,
birth certificate is. But luckily, she let me run home, grab my passport, which was
yeah.
expired, but still she let that one through. So yeah, I don't know where my birth certificate is. So I don't have
Yeah,
any. I don't know where
I
the
keep
title to my
mine.
car is either.
Oh my goodness. Well, I keep all that stuff in a little filing thing. That way, it's stuff that you'll need. I'm
Yeah,
really OCD it like that though about like, but
I am about pictures, and I'm the repository of all my family history. So I
uh-huh,
have 5 or 6 big boot boxes full of antique photos through the generations, and um, quilts that were made by
yeah,
ancestors, lace.
mhm,
I have my great grandparents' charcoal wedding portrait, from the 1800s.
yeah,
So everything comes to me, but I don't have any kids, so I'm going to give it to my cousin's daughter. She's interested in genealogy. Somebody needs to carry it on. Okay, good night,
yes.
Wisconsin Mama.
Good night, Wisconsin Mom.
Yeah, I've never listened to Squelchet,
Yeah.
but I've been accused of a lot of things concerning her.
So if I don't talk negatively. I try not to about anybody, but
Oh, night,
um
Kate, you.
That's how I got introduced to YouTube, was through her. I had
Spelt it?
met, uh I had met her on Facebook and um, had started talking to her, and she had told me how to, you know, make a channel, and then how to go live. Hang on just a second. Good night, baby. Love you. She had explained to me how to get on a panel. I used to just sit and talk to her, and used to be able to get on, but I never did learn how to do the chat. Um, there's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff
I'll figure.
technically that I'm not good at. I'm learning though, but it's hard whenever I'd go all day and I'm not doing the stream. It's harder than it looks to operate the StreamYard and being
It is.
able to.
There's a lot of moving parts to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You'd
it's going on
almost.
2 hours, so I think I'll wrap
Well,
it up. But thanks for coming up on panel. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me up and answering those questions, and I'm glad too that I got to ask you about that video. I'll just email you a link and you let me know, and I can put it out, but I'm still working on it. So I'll
Okay.
send you a link to it. I appreciate you doing that because I don't want to put out anything that's not accurate or,
Then I'd
just
have to
tell.
come in your comments and correct it all.
Right. I don't want you in my comments correcting me. I would have to take it down and do it all over. So, yeah, I just think that'd be easier. And I have a lot of respect for you. I have a lot of respect for a lot of people. You would be surprised. But I
Thank
haven't,
you.
you know. But you have a good night. I hope everybody has a good
You
night. Thank you
too.
for letting me get up here, and thank you for being respectful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone in chat. Have a good evening. Anita, oh, you're fine. You can say whatever you want in here, except, swearing. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, for being here. See you next week. Good night, Rakes.